hardest thing I ever had to do in my life. It's the hardest thing.
Welcome back to Headz SA, your plug for real political drama, explosive allegations, and the voices shaking up Mzansi's political scene. If you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get straight into this messy situation unfolding between Gayton Mckenzie, Kunene, and some serious accusations that go way beyond politics. The Patriotic Alliance shook South Africa's political circles when leader Gayton Mckenzie announced the suspension of his long-time ally and deputy Kunene. Kunene has not only been stripped of his title as deputy president of the PA, but he's also been removed from his powerful position as Johannesburg's MMC of transport and relieved of all party duties.
Kunene will be investigated, and I'm going to tell you who's going to investigate him. Lawyers of good character. And while he's being investigated, I'm going to remove him from being a MMC. When I write to them, I'm also going to tell him to stand back from politics for 1 month until the investigation is done. That's the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life. It's the hardest thing. To act against Kunene. Yeah, it's the hardest thing I ever had to do.
The PA is keeping the official reasons close to the chest, but the public isn't. Online, South Africans, particularly EFF followers, wasted no time piecing together what they believe is the real reason behind the fallout. According to them, both Gayton and Kenny are allegedly close friends with a foreign national who owns Club Zanzo, a nightclub with a shady reputation, and that's not where it ends. Kunene is also reportedly close to Katiso Molefe, the man currently behind bars for the shocking murder of DJ Somebody. EFF supporters are circulating an old speech by Julius Malema, where he warns the public that drug lords and convicted criminals are being voted into power. And then people act surprised when crime and drug abuse spiral out of control.
Our people even elected Pantiti to go into the council. What can you do? Ex-convicts were elected daylight. Now, the Pantiti, once he elected to be in council, he meets the requirements of being a mayor. That's why that ex-president is an acting mayor. Because he qualifies. Once he qualifies to be a councillor, he qualifies to be an acting mayor or even a full mayor. Because the other ex-president now was an ex-mayor there in some small dorpy. He thought he was going to be a celebrity. He realized the distance, yes, this is too much. He resigned and came back. And then when he comes back, he wants to disrupt Kane. He thought those things of being a mayor is a child's play.
Political analyst Prince Mashele also entered the chat, slamming Kunene's role in politics, calling the PA a criminal party and saying that South Africans are gullible to have voted them in positions of power. Harsh, maybe, but the streets are listening.
You know, in South Africa, there are no standards. You can wake up, you are a thug, you are a convicted criminal, you are a Kunene, right? Let's be blunt about it. Convicted criminal. And because you've run out of money, you set up a party. You call it a Patriotic Alliance. South Africans are so gullible that such thugs, such convicted criminals, then get voted into power. What do you expect when these criminals are in power? They are going to loot, right? So we don't have standards. In the countries where you refer to, take South Korea, take Singapore, take even China, by the way.
Sure.
There, if you are not educated, you won't be in cabinet. Bottom line. There, if you are corrupt, in China they murder you, literally, right? Or in South Korea, they jail you. I mean, the South Koreans have jailed former presidents, right? But in South Africa, we don't do that. So until, as South Africans, we have a civilized debate about the need to have standards in our politics that a convicted criminal like Kenny Kunene cannot stand for office. And an educated person cannot stand for office. Because the business of governance is a very complicated business. It requires education. I mean, you didn't go to school for nothing, Sizu. I mean, if we took someone who has never been to school to sit in your chair, I don't think this interview would actually be as orderly and as coherent as it has been going. So we've got to be honest with ourselves. If we are not, we are going to self-destruct as a society.
But Kenny Kunene didn't take this lying down. He ran to the ENCA to set the record straight. According to Kenny, he worked closely with DJ Somebody, helped mentor him in the entertainment space.
I used to work with him. I actually groomed him in the entertainment industry. We did things together. I advised him about the entertainment industry. His brother knows that. So he was a good guy that I worked with very, very well. And I was indeed touched by his manner, because he was a nice guy. He never fought with anyone. He was just a fun guy, just like me.
And yes, he admits he once met Mr. Molefe, but only through someone else, and they never had any direct relationship.
No relationship to Mr. Molefe whatsoever?
Yes, we have no relationship.
You never met him before you saw him being arrested?
No, I met him
in his
before.
driveway. Where had you met him?
I saw him where I met him. One of the person that arranged for the interview, when he hosted his mother's birthday at his place, I went because I know this person, and Mr. Molefe was there. They know each other.
You spoke?
Mr. Molefe was there. No, I didn't speak to Mr. Molefe because I went with my own people, and everybody would then have a corner. But I saw him there. So but I have not had conversations with Mr. Molefe.
Okay.
That is why when the police asked me, do you have his number? I said, no, I don't have Mr. Molefe's number. In fact, here is my...
When the journalist pressed, and we mean really pressed, asking whether he could get in touch with Mr. Molefe through any mutuals, Kenny didn't like the tone, and he answered that he's already cooperated fully with police and proven he has not direct connection with the accused murder.
See, if I have it, they said, no, we believe you. Then they said, but how did you get here? I said, that person there, because he was there also, the person that facilitated.
So you have a link to Mr. Molefe, though? You have a
that
person who can contact him for you?
No. The way you are putting it is is continuously contact. The person there sent me the address. They said, let's see. Okay. I showed the police that this is the person that sent me the address, which means, and the police accepted that, because if I had a relationship with Mr. Molefe, he would have sent me the address. Yeah. If I had been there before, I wouldn't need an address. So getting the address shows that I have never been there before. I have no relationship with Mr. Molefe. I don't have his cell number, and the police established that. Okay,
so like I said...
Still, that didn't exactly put the public suspicion to rest. And let's not forget, all of this is happening just after the KZN Provisional Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi dropped a bombshell. One of the firearms confiscated in a recent raid has been matched via ballistic testing to the murder of a well-known Gauteng artist. Which one? They haven't said. But with DJ Somebody's murder still fresh in the public's mind, the dots are connecting themselves, whether rightly or wrongly. Mzansi, this story is still developing, but the streets are loud. Was Gayton Mckenzie trying to distance the PA from some ugly headlines? Or is there more to the story between him and Kenny Kunene? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Was Kenny caught in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or is this just the tip of the iceberg? Don't forget to subscribe to Heads Up SA. We bring you real stories, unfiltered truths, and the latest from South Africa's political front lines. Keep your heads up, SA.